Your power, Taurus, this go around is going to be on how much you decide to reveal to people and how much you don't. I wouldn't trust everybody that you come into contact with this late November and early November. Did I say October? I hope I did. Late October and early November. Not everybody has the best intentions, but I think that you already know that. You've learned a lot, and here you are getting your together. You are, excuse me, you are seemingly spending a little bit more time on your own, and not for nothing, not in vain. I think that you need it. So, without further ado, if you are new here, my name is Violetta Alexis, and I've been a tarot reader for 5 years. If you are not new here, welcome back. Obviously, I'm happy to have you. So, let's go ahead and get right into it. Hello, Taurus. Just a FYI, my sound might be a little choppy in the first minute of the video, but it should smooth out after that. If it's not doing that, great. Just ignore this message. But I noticed that it did that in the Gemini reading. So, anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at what is going on for you in late November. However, first we're going to take a look at the past position, which would be mid-October. The Ten of Cups. This could be in regards to a relationship or family, very emotionally supported, feeling good, honestly. Justice reverse. You could have won some, you could have lost some kind of legal case, or it could be that you felt like there was a relationship that maybe was a little imbalanced. Maybe you felt like you loved somebody more than they loved you. Something wasn't right. Now, for others of you, these two could be completely unrelated. Okay. So maybe there was something that was going on in your life that felt very unjustified. For some of you, maybe you were getting some negative karma, but you could have had like a relationship or a lot of familial support around you during that time, whatever it may be for you. And then we have the Six of Cups reverse. Ooh. So it definitely feels like maybe there was a little bit of a grudge that was being held. Okay. Maybe some negative memories. We have work through your fears for the past position. So maybe there were certain things that you essentially needed to work through in the recent past. And I feel like you did. Then we have the Seven of Swords for the present position. The Four of Swords. You seem to be very much in your solitude. You seem to be doing your own thing, maybe even taking your time, doing a lot of rest and recuperation. And I feel like you need it. Page of Cups reversed. You're not really feeling open, to be honest. But that new moon in Libra is going to kind of force you to open up a little bit. There can be some wounding around relationships. Yeah, see, house 12, that's where we isolate. And I felt that with that Seven of Swords and the Four of Swords. You don't really seem like you want to be around people. I mean, this is very telling to me. Work through your fears, and then house 12. And this is the new moon in Scorpio energy, this card. And we have a lot of stuff going on in late October in regards to Scorpio. Scorpio is what we don't always see. And house 12 can be what's going on behind our back, or it can be our blind spot. So I'm wondering if that's kind of happening during this time, and it has happened. Let's see the near future. The moon. A little dark. It's a little dark. The Page of Pentacles. Okay, that's good. That's Taurus. Devil. Like I'm looking at this row at the on the right, and it's like Six of Cups reversed, Page of Cups reversed, and the Devil. Like I think there's an inner child in you that's incredibly wounded. And it's something that's like stifling you. It's something that you're still attached to. And this, I mean, something happened where it looks to me like it sucked you dry, the Justice reverse. And I only say that because I'm looking at this row and it's like the Justice reverse and then the Four of Swords. Something made you feel like you needed to be alone. And when we feel like very called to be alone, it's usually because we need to regroup, or it's because we need to heal ourselves in some way because maybe we feel drained or something with our mental health. We have walking unscathed. You were fortunate. A trap was laid, but your wisdom kept you from falling into it. All right, let's go ahead and get right into it, shall we? The Ten of Cups with Ten of Swords. Ouch. That looks like it hurts. There was an ideal that you maybe had projected onto someone. whether it was family or it was something that was emotional fulfilling, emotionally fulfilling at one point, but something broke down, something burned, like a bridge, metaphorically speaking. And to me, this hurt bad. It feels like not only did a fear come true, but it created more fears with, because you got to think like the Ten of Swords is, it's an overkill, right? You think about like how many swords does it take to kill a person? Well, not 10, right? It's like something was an overkill. It feels like it was unnecessary, truthfully. Speaking of truth, the justice reversed. The Eight of Cups. Yeah, so you may have just walked away from something that was not fulfilling, something that you felt like was an absolute lie, whether it was a lie you were telling yourself or a lie that somebody else was telling you. But if we're walking away from the justice reverse, it means that something is not aligned, that something is unjustified and something is wrong, and we can feel it. And so we move away from said thing. I almost wanted to say, thank God. We have the Six of Cups reversed and the Judgment reversed. Oof. Tough. This is double Scorpio, by the way. Um, the Six of Cups reversed, or just Six of Cups in general, is Sun in Scorpio, and the Judgment is also Scorpio. When I see it reversed like this, it's usually because we're maybe misjudging a situation from the past, or we're really not wanting to look at the truth of it. We're not wanting to relive it. We're not really wanting to think about it. We're not wanting to feel it. And so I'm thinking more about the shadow side almost of Taurus, because that is the opposite of Scorpio. And there was something that you were still possessing. And it's something that was negative. There was something in your possession that you were holding on to. You were collecting bad memories, like somebody was paying you to do it almost. And I think I think it's not just like one, oh, look at that plane. I heard be above it. Okay, I saw that plane and I heard be above it. Okay. But it almost feels like you really were holding on to things that don't serve you anymore. It's like you already learned from it. You already learned from all of these experiences, yet somehow um, you still felt the need to hold the negativity from it as well, instead of just taking the wisdom. And easier said than done. Like, trust me, I get it. But anyway, there's something to that. The Queen of Swords on working through your fears. So, this is about looking at something objectively, looking at something with your more logical mind. The thing that I love about the Queen of Swords is that she's a tough lady, or a tough guy, whatever gender you identify with, where she used to be so sweet and she loved love and all those things, and she still does. But she doesn't make decisions in relationships like she used to. She doesn't fall in love head over heels anymore. She thinks about her decisions. She thinks about what she says before she says it, right? And I think that there was a lot of knowledge that it was, okay, I heard required. Okay, maybe there was some knowledge that was required in the situation, but acquired for the present position. For the late October, we have the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Wands reverse. It almost feels like somebody is trying to set you back. That's what it feels like. Like somebody is doing something that might be a little bit shady. Like somebody is trying to demotivate you. Somebody is trying to make you feel insecure. Their intentions are not the best. What are their intentions? Five of Pentacles reversed. It feels like somebody is trying to break down your confidence or your self-esteem enough so that way you will talk to them, or so that way you will, like, I don't know, interact with them. Maybe it's a parent, maybe it's a lover, maybe it's a friend, something like that. Because it feels like, and I don't know how they're doing that, but house 12 is like what's going on behind the scenes, behind your back that you don't see. It feels like somebody wants to break down your confidence. And I mean, and with all this energy with in Scorpio right now, I mean, it can be a little testy, and that's your opposite sign as well. So maybe see where that's going on, and that can give you a little bit of a clue. Four of Swords, Page of Cups. Wow, interesting, because you have the Page of Cups reversed over here. It to me feels like you're keeping your love under wraps. Like, your love, the energy that you have to give to people, your very vulnerable side, all of these things, you're keeping it to yourself. And it feels like it's more of a sense of self-preservation than it is anything else. Because I feel like you need to do that. I feel like you need to do that, especially because I feel like you guys are very sensitive around this time. Like there's something that's very sensitive about you, maybe just in general, or maybe just right now, whatever. For others of you, you could be healing or working on some kind of a creative project behind the scenes. I could see that also. The Page of Cups reversed with the Ace of Cups. I'm getting like a being very selective is what that feels like to me. Like you're being very selective. You're being very selective with who you share your ideas with, who you give your love to, who you give your attention to. You're being selective. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I think that you need to, especially because of whoever the hell this is that's trying to make you feel some type of way about yourself. The King of Wands with House 12. Maybe somebody's trying to dissolve your confidence. House 12 can be like where um we go to like dissolve something, okay? Because it has associations with the planet Neptune. And so when I see that King of Wands, it can be where somebody is trying to dissolve your ego or somebody, which isn't always bad, right? But it feels like somebody maybe has an ill intent. You could have an enemy, maybe specifically a Leo, an Aries, or a Sag. But all in all, it feels more of like a somebody's trying to kill your confidence a little bit. I would be careful because House 12 can also represent hidden enemies. So there may be like a Leo energy here or a fire sign or maybe an attractive person, somebody who is an entrepreneur, somebody who's very confident, creative, things like that. There may be somebody here who's, I don't know, trying to kill your vibe a little bit. Okay. The near future, so late October, excuse me, the first week of November. Yeah, look at this. Be careful who you tell things to. This feels very isolating. It feels very isolating. It to me, I think that you have fears around certain people or just people in general. Because I think you guys have been hurt quite a bit. And so now there's this like, I don't know, fears around socializing, fears around certain groups, fears around gossip, rumors, drama, trying to maybe ignore it, trying to just listen to your intuition about people. And I think you'd be right. What's the guidance for this? The Five of Swords. Yeah, you guys got to be careful, especially with all that energy happening in your opposite sign. That's opposing you. So I feel like you definitely got to listen to your intuition about shady people. Like if there was any time where you were gonna listen to your intuition, now would be the time. Okay, because I don't think that people necessarily have the best intentions with you, and like sometimes there'll be people who will leave comments on my YouTube channel and they like act like they're being nice, but I can sense it. I'm like intuition is my job, right? So it's like I, I can sense when people are not being authentic to me. And so I'm just like, I'm just gonna block them. I don't even need to say anything. Like, dare I say, do the same for yourself. Page of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. I love it. It's like rain rolling off of your raincoat, rain falling off of your back. This to me looks like you're starting something new. You're learning something new. You're building something new, especially after a long time coming or like a very long challenge. You're growing into someone that you want to become. You guys may be a person who's creating a course. Maybe you are making travel plans. Maybe you are learning a different language or more about spirituality or religion or law or something. Maybe you're listening to some of the great philosophers, right? Maybe it's something like that. But whatever it is, it's like the thing that you're building, the thing that you're learning, you're not like attaching your ego to it. You're not trying to put so much pressure on yourself. You're just kind of the mind frame of whatever happens, happens, and you're letting it flow. So to me, this is very positive. It's something that's very fortuitous, but it's also something that's very grounded in reality. So if you guys do start something in the first week of November, I think it will eventually go really well. You guys are going to have a full moon in your sign, which I'm not going to lie, it's not going to be very easy. It looks a little difficult. I think from what I remember, I would have to look at the chart again, but all in all, I think it can be pretty positive if you allow it. Then we have the devil with the four of swords. You're taking that no new friends thing pretty seriously. Um, what's the guidance for that? The death card. There can be a self-sabotaging behavior, an addiction, something getting in your way. And to be honest with you, it can be you. And you may get to a point where you decide to be very honest with yourself about whatever that may be. So maybe it is an addiction. Okay. Maybe it's an addiction to social media. You're really contemplating that. You're contemplating it enough that you're willing to change it with the death card there. You're willing to change it. You're willing to transform and you're willing to evolve. And what else can you really do? Because something's been holding you back and you're going to realize it. Damn, baby. Devil reversed on that oracle card. Walking unscathed. You were fortunate. A trap was laid, but your wisdom kept you from falling into it. The devil reversed. And it's because of what you do in the first week of November. It's because you pull back from something that you know is shady. You pull back from something that you intuitively feel is a test, or a setup or whatever, right? I don't want to say setup, like make you get paranoid, right? But you realize, and because of that, you escape something. You escape something that was meant to harm you, honestly. I know that sounds really creepy, crawly, whatever, but you come out of this. You really do. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on my website at www.violettaalexis.com. If you would like to book a scheduled session with me or text and or call spontaneously, you can do so at hipsy.com/violettaalexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below or in the pinned comment in the chat. Thanks a lot, you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great mid-October.